So I'm Trevor Hansen. I lead our strategy and portfolio management for the partner organization. I've been with AWS just over 9 years. Initially, I started working with startups and developers, and then working with enterprise companies and migrating their applications to the cloud. I've seen firsthand how companies are benefiting by leveraging cloud computing. Today, I would like to dive a bit deeper in how I'm seeing business application leaders and line of business leaders really turning to innovate in the cloud and how cloud and partner is helping them there. So let's dive in. So it is no surprise, and I'm pretty sure in every single booth, every single keynote, and every single conversation you've had over the last couple of days, innovation is accelerating. And what the exciting part is, this is improving customer experiences in every single one of those industries. You're experiencing this firsthand yourself, where it be the way you purchase a car, the way you book your flights in your hotel, the experience of how you watch your favorite sports team. This is all driven by people sitting in the organization thinking about how they can improve their customer experience. But let's put that into a valuable size so you can evaluate. According to McKinsey, of the $3 trillion EBITDA value that's been created by cloud that is up for grabs, over 2.3 trillion of that is going to be accountable from innovation that takes place in those industries. Only a very small portion of that is going to be through cloud optimization. But don't take it just from me. According to Gartner, who keeps their finger on the pulse on how this is evolving and how customers and different personas are benefiting from the innovation happening in cloud. As we know in the beginning, it all started with developers and startups looking at how they can go and build applications in the cloud and have speed to market and get solutions out there in a more cost-effective manner. This quickly became adopted by enterprise companies, particularly in the IT division, looking at how they can create more resilient, hybrid, and cost-effective applications that is scalable using cloud computing. But the trend we are to discuss today is how business leaders are looking at driving innovation now in the cloud and focusing on business outcome experiences and creating incremental value for their customers. We're talking about budget that is now outside the IT departments, discussions that's happening at the board level and with the C-suite saying, how can you go innovate on behalf of your customer? Obviously, there's a collaboration with the IT department, but business leaders are starting to innovate, and this is driving cloud conversations. But as a line of business leader, you're a specialist in a particular industry, you're very focused on your business that you're operating, you're not a cloud specialist. You also don't know how to navigate the complexity of all the security, the compliance, the resilience that it takes to build an application in a new technical environment. Navigating this water is pretty scary. More importantly, these line of business leaders are being pushed to have these discussions because the competitive landscape is accelerating. You have disruptive startups that are thinking about how to come in and provide new experiences for customers in your industry. More importantly, your competitors are looking at how to innovate to delight your customer and potentially win mindshare. But more importantly, it lands on the line of business to have to balance this all. It's balancing cost, it's balancing the risk and making sure you keep control of that risk profile, and more importantly, how you're innovating on behalf of your customer. So thankfully, and I'm hoping you've had a couple of conversations with partners today, partners are passionate about helping customers with this innovation, and they've specialized in helping customers navigate this complexity. So let's dive in. Firstly, we spend a lot of time in the partner organization to help partners get prepared and more specialized and validated to prove out that they can support a particular customer. So through our competencies and specialization programs, and we have over 130 of those and thousands of partners in them, they've gone really deep to showcase proven success in different industries, geographies, and different verticals, and helping customers in those areas. In order for a partner to get a competency, we validate their technology. We connect with the customer and make sure that there's value that's being realized. The next is partners meet customers where they are in their journey, where it be in their cloud stages of adoption, where it be in their current stage of implementation and architecture. Consulting companies dive deep with the customer, better understand where they are, where they're going, and help build tailored solutions that they can help implement. But partners don't come in one size fit all. They come in many different forms. In some cases, they specialize in one of them. In larger partners, maybe they provide many of these services. And I'll dive into some examples here shortly. In this case, partners can advise, they can help with migration and modernization, they can help with implementing that technology by bringing technical teams in to help those line of business leaders in collaboration with their internal IT departments. They can also help the customer evolve their procurement cycle by adopting things like AWS Marketplace and help with cost efficiency and optimization. And then lastly, if you don't have the expertise in-house, you can even adopt managed services capabilities by companies, and I'll dive into an example shortly. Okay, so now we get to some fun examples. Imagine you are a customer and you're waiting on a loan decision. It can take weeks, it could take even months. This is the case for many businesses today, especially in customers in LATAM. Imagine a business who's applying to expand into a new business opportunity in a different country in LATAM. The bank that they're working with, the speed of them getting back to them with a decision if they get additional investments at what terms, it is critical for that owner or those line of business leaders to move fast. So Base39 collaborated with MongoDB and Anthropic to help solve this problem. What they did is they went and built out a solution that can help these customers, particularly in a financial firm that's looking at providing these loan applications responses, by taking it down from days to less than an hour, at reducing the cost by 96% of this process. So think of yourself as you're a loan manager at a growing financial firm in LATAM. You've got a whole bunch of new branches. You've got a lot of local applications taking place. And you're starting to have customers complaining because you're taking too long for a process application to go through. Do you go invest in more agents to go process applications? Do you invest in customer success to go and help customers through the waiting period? Or do you adopt technology like Base39 to go and accelerate this process in a more efficient, cost-effective, and accurate manner? So let's look at how they collaborated with MongoDB and Anthropic. With MongoDB, they help be able to take all the data from the customer, the unstructured data from the application that talks about why the customer is interested in this particular investment, and it helps centralize that data in a secure environment that meets the requirements for that industry, and it be able to create a vector database process where the customer in less than a couple of minutes can now use AI technology to go evaluate this application. Give me a second, sorry. Okay, so now we've got all our data structured in MongoDB. How do we then leverage Anthropic? So what they did is they used Amazon Bedrock and they built out an Anthropic model that's customized based on their investment thesis, on what's the terms that that firm would like to focus on, what is their risk profile and appetite, and very structured recommendations that they want to make in investments, and a list of all their lenders and the terms that those lenders provide, and being able to use Anthropic to connect the data, the customer needs, and their essential suppliers of the investors, and put together a clear list of recommendations that they can now sit with the customer and make recommendations. So in the past, it took a couple of days. Now, in less than an hour, the agent is able to sit with the lender and start building out terms and connect with the customer and give them reassurance that they will take certain investments with that customer. So they built this out on a serverless architecture on AWS for the customer, and this allowed them to be able to scale up and down based on needs and no longer need an IT organization to support them. Let's dive into a healthcare example. Imagine the last time you went into your doctor's office for an annual checkup. You went and you sat down, you filled out the same documentation and the same questions you get every time. You go sit down with your doctor and the first question you get is, how are you feeling? Imagine this experience was totally different, where you walked into your doctor's office and they turned a screen towards you and it's a highly data-driven analytical dashboard with all of your data, coming from your historical data, from your family records, as well as real-time data that comes from wearing and trackable devices. This is exactly what Biologica and Presidio collaborated to build out. Presidio came in from the very beginning to help them advise, deploy, and manage this application for them. They realized that this has to be GDPR, they have to follow HIPAA compliance, and Presidio as a consulting company help them through this process to implement an architecture that was cost-effective, met the compliance regulations for healthcare, as well as now provide a dashboard that doctors and professional services can sit with their customers to be able to provide tailored recommendations in real time. This now allows them to provide proactive recommendations based on the real-time data that the customers are getting. Let's jump into one more example here. So if you ever walked into an office space or into a mall or to a hotel and realized that every light is on, every aircon is running full speed, and sometimes there's not even a single person in the room. Just imagine how much it's costing to run all this electricity and these applications on an ongoing basis, let alone actually maintaining and managing those things. This is exactly what BrainBox AI set out to solve. They collaborated with our award-winning consulting partner, Kalent, to essentially get all the data and telemetry from different, all the different API and endpoints and IoT devices and architecture inside these buildings to create a data lake of real-time data where they now apply anthropic models on top of that to be able to make tailored recommendations for the facility manager to go address. Today, this application has been used by Dollar Tree, it's been used by Holiday Inn, as well as Brisbane Airport, and they're seeing efficiency gains of up to 25% in the cost just using this application alone. They're also able to meet greenhouse emission goals by reducing it by up to 40%. And this allows a facility manager now to not go and spend time trying to figure out how to turn things on and off, but focus on optimizing, improving, and being able to make better adjustments to the facilities for the customer experience. So the primary question you must probably have is, how do I get started? You may be a line of business leader wanting to innovate. You may be a technical person who wants to help your line of business leaders think more about improving value for end customers. You could be a partner thinking about, I've got a technical solution and I want to sell to a line of business leader. There's a couple of different things we can discuss. So starting from the customer, the partner organization, we have over 150,000 partners today globally in every industry, every vertical, every segment, and focus on different technology types. So you can start off by just going straight to the partner discovery portal and going to find partners that are local to you and serve your particular customer needs. As I mentioned, the AWS competency programs, we have over 130 of those today with thousands of partners that have proven success across each of them. For example, if I'm an automotive leader sitting in Asia and I'm needing support, through competency programs, I can find a very specific partner that's proven to support a customer in that particular industry, in that geography. It is really critical that you have partners that have proven success and understand the deep domain expertise of the industries that you're operating in, and has worked with customers to implement technology and solutions that solves those customers' needs. You may have seen in the keynotes, but AWS Marketplace is another area where I think there's over 40,000 different listings available there today. This ranges from small deployable solutions that are ready to click and deploy and you can repeatedly run in your AWS environment, to working with partners to customize multiple marketplace listings in collaboration with the partner to create a tailored solution for your needs. Marketplace provides a wide range of different solutions available there. If you're a partner and you have a very particular product and you're not solving the whole picture for an end customer, we launched a program called Box, which is an AWS accelerated business outcome solution program in the partner organization, which allows partners to collaborate together to build a joint solution to go support an end customer. So instead of a partner having to go connect through the customer bringing in all their partners together, the Box program allows you to collaborate with partners to proactively build solutions for your end customer and go to market with AWS to go find those customers to adopt those solutions. So the Box program, it's a new program we launched at Public Sector Summit this year, and it's something we look forward to continue collaborating with partners to build out. So I'd like to leave you with one more thing. You may have heard about a lot of technology at this event, but I want you to understand that line of business leaders are sitting there thinking about how do they innovate on behalf of their customers. And it's not just a use case, it's a business outcome. They're trying to increase incremental value for their end customer. they need help in this innovation. And collaboration and partnership is going to be fundamental and key in that experience. So the next time you see an industry innovating, know that there was a leader that was passionate about innovation, and there was most probably a whole range of partners helping that leader implement that architecture. So thank you. I hope you had a fantastic reInvent. Thank you for your time today. I hope I didn't put you to sleep with all my talking. If you could, I would love your feedback in my session. It's the PEX214, and connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm more than happy to dive deeper specifically with you. I am very passionate about the opportunities that partners create, and I'd love to support you in your journey as well. So thank you.